Welcome to this video about the TalEction platform. In this video, we'll specifically look at the candidate homepage where all the activities are gathered and where you're asked to do a number of things like doing a personality test, play some games, maybe some other type of tests. So in this video, I will walk you through how this is done and how this page is functioning. My name is Hans Petter Ramstad and I'm the founder of TalEction. So let's start off by a quick walkthrough of the different parts of this page. So you have the welcome text, and to the right of that you have a link to a video that will walk you through the solution and the page itself, which is this video. Below that to the left you have some details about the project that you are linked to, being a job application or any test project or an index project or some other type of project. Also here you can have a link to the page you started off at when you created your user. To the right of that you have an overview of the status and the progress bar here, which is at 0 currently. An indication if your data is visible to the project owner, and also a button that you will be used at the end of these activities to make your data available to the project owner. And below this you have an overview of your tasks. So in this case there are 5 different tasks. There is some basic information that you are asked to enter. There is a personality test that you're asked to do, a fluid intelligence test, some games, and also a cognitive flexibility test. You start off by looking and opening by clicking View More, and here you see the data that has been entered so far. So you see username, mobile number and email that was registered with your user, and you just click Edit to start entering information about this. So we can start entering born in Norway, male, born on the 12th of January 1967, and you just press Save. And then quickly, and this you will see throughout the solution, when it's done, it's ticked off as completed. And when you come back here at any given time, you will see that the data is stored and the task is completed. You open and close with View More and View Less. Now you can do the same for personality, and when you haven't started the personality test, you go straight into the test itself. Let's look at the other ones. You have the fluid intelligence, which is a start page. You have the games, and in this case you are asked to do 6 different games. And at the bottom you have another test called cognitive flexibility, which is also open in the test mode since it's not done. So let's start off by looking at the personality after having done entering the basic information. And this is a Big 5 Ocean 120 statements tests. And how it basically works is that there is a number of statements which is about you, and you have to say if you totally disagree or totally agree or something in between. So partially disagree, neither disagree nor agree, and partially agree. So you look at the statement, I worry about things, not too much, so I can say disagree on that. I fear for the worst, not really. The next one, I'm afraid of many things, yeah, sometimes maybe, so partially disagree. So this is how you continue throughout this test. At any given time you can also maximize the test by clicking on the full screen mode. Now the test is covering the full page, so it's easier to respond to these kind of bigger tests. At any given time you can log out and in, so I'll just refresh the page and you can see, going back into the personality test, that it automatically saves what you are doing, so you don't have to worry about that. So let's put the video now on a pause, so I will finish the test and come back to you guys. Okay, I'm back. I have answered all the statements or responded to all the statements, and I'm clicking on the last one. Having done this, you can either clear it and restart, or you can press save and calculate. And this will save all your results and calculate the scores of this personality profile. And here you see the 5 main dimensions of Big Five: extroversion, agreeableness, conscientiousness, neuroticism, and openness. We'll look at how you can look at more details later on in this video, but for now I can go out of full screen mode, go back to the main screen again, and here you can see that it's completed. So now I've completed 2 of the 5 tasks, and you also see this progress bar is at 40% complete. So let's go to the next activity, fluid intelligence. This starts off by some explanations as to the logic of the test itself. So I will just click start to start the test itself. The fluid intelligence test contains 15 different tasks or questions, and this is the first step. So to the left you see a 3x3 matrix which contains a pattern, a logic pattern, and there is one missing. So your task is to find which of the 6 options to the right which corresponds or which fits into this pattern. So in this case you see that there is a dark square, a line square, and an open square, and that seems to be the case for all 3 lines. So we're talking about this one here, so the option 1. So you just click on the option that you think is correct, and you're automatically taken to the next activity or next question. And let's quickly look at this also. There are 3 arrows which is moving in a certain direction, clockwise or counterclockwise. So this is moving clockwise, so the next one should be an arrow to the right. So this should be the correct one. And so on and so forth. So I just put the video on pause now to finish the tests and come back to you. Okay, so now on the 15th question, and I just look at this and click the right one. I have quickly walked through this, so there are not many correct ones here I can see. But anyway, here you see the results of the fluid intelligence test. You have the score to the left on a scale from 1 to 9. And here it's translated to a more understandable scale, so where you are compared to the general population. So in this case, with a score of 2, you are below average of normal intelligence, so it's a bit low. So that's the fluid intelligence. We close that and then we move on to the next one. And here you can see that there are 6 different games where you have an explanation of the type of game it is. This is a flexibility game. This is an emotions game. This is a memory game, problem solving game, etc. And when you're ready to start, you just press start game. Having pressed that, you get an information page which explains a bit about the logic of this given game and the duration of it. And when you're ready to start, you just press the start button. This game is a cognitive flexibility game, and you are presented with a card at the bottom. And you are to guess which pattern the next card will follow. So let's, in the first card, you don't really know, so it might be the triangle, that's a pattern. We press that, I get a red background, so it's not that. Then it might be the case that it's just 1. Let's try that. Yeah, it seems like it's 1. Then we can follow this pattern. 4, 3, 3, 2, and every time I'm correct, you see a green background. 1, now it's red. That means that the pattern is broken, so the pattern has changed. So let's look at squares. Okay, it seems like. So yellow squares, 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 squares. Now it's a circle, so press circle, squares, circle, etc. So this game takes, I think that was a 1-minute game. And at the end of all games, you are presented with the results. So 3 out of 5 stars, which is an okay result. The results is saved. But you have the option to rerun the game if you want. and then you just press rerun, or you can just close and keep the results as is. So in this case I just keep the results by pressing close. And then coming back to the main page, you see that the score is kept, and you can do much better in this case, just 1 star out of 5. 9 out of 11 is not that many cards that you managed to click on, so I would have recommended to do some more runs on that one. But anyway, there are 5 other games, and then we can go to the next game. The same pattern, a short description page, press start, and the game itself starts. So the logic of this game is that you are to indicate the direction of the balls. But the twist is that for the blue balls, you are pressing the arrow in the direction of the balls moving. So in this, down, up, down, right, left, and now there are green balls coming. And for the green balls, you have to point to the arrow which is going in opposite direction of the balls. So now down, up, blue again, same direction, opposite direction, opposite direction, same direction, opposite, same, opposite, same, opposite, opposite, same, etc., etc. So this is how you play the games. I'll just let it run now until it's finished. So this is also a 1-minute game, and you also have a short description of how it works down below, so you can see the logic of it. Come to the screen, and then we can show that if you rerun this, then it's the game results are detached from your profile, and you can try again and see if you are doing better this time. So let's try and see how this goes. I need to concentrate a bit now. So, oops, there I made a couple of mistakes. So the blue against, blues against, same, opposite, opposite, same, opposite, 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 same, opposite, etc., etc. So I will just finish the other games now and then come back to you. Just a second. Okay, now I've done all the games, not too impressive results, but still they are done. And now I can close this and I can go on to the next and last activity. This is a cognitive flexibility test, which talks about how you handle change in your near context that you're working in. So you hear the same thing, but as a personality test, but keep in mind that you have to look at this considering the last 14 days of your life leading up to taking this test. So in the last 2 weeks, I have been attentive to my emotions, etc., etc. So I was receptive to observing unpleasant thoughts and feelings without interfering with them. And this is about the last 14 days. So let's say that which is either never true or always true or something in between. So let's say in this case, never true. I try to make peace with my negative thoughts and feelings rather than resisting them. Always true, etc., etc. So here you do the same as the personality test. You rank your, if it's never true or always true or something in between, and there is 46 statements on this. So I just put the video on pause to finish this. Okay, now I've finished the cognitive flexibility test. Also here you have the icon at the top, which you can put it in full screen mode. I didn't do that this time. So let's just answer the last question, yes, and then just press save and calculate. And then it takes it to the server, calculates the results, and the results are presented here. So now it's also the last activity is completed. So I view less, and now I can see that status, and it's 100% complete. And now also the make profile visible button is enabled. So I'm happy with this, and then I just press make profile visible. And now you can see that you're now visible, and that means that the results are visible to the project owner of the one issuing or creating this project. So that's it, and then you are complete and can log out and do something else. So let's just quickly recap. You have the introduction video up right. You have some information about the project, about your user, link to the candidate page, progress bar, indication if you are visible or not, and also to publish to the project owner your data button. And here you have the activities that you are asked to do. Basic information is pretty straightforward. Personality test talks about your personality, if you're extrovert, introvert, if you're open to new experience or not, etc. Fluid intelligence is all about your intuitive intelligence as opposed to crystallized intelligence, which is intelligence based on knowledge that you have acquired. Games is a variety of different underlying logic, which we are collecting, neuroscience-based games. And the cognitive flexibility is all about how you handle change, and to some extent also traumatic behaviors or situations that have occurred. Also, just as a last remark, you have some help up in the right corner. You can also click on this cog to go to configuration page, or you can sign out. And when having done this, you can of course go to the this config page, and I would recommend that you convert your user. By converting a user to a standard user at TalEction, you will take your data and then you will take it into a more powerful environment, which gives you a lot of other tools to play around with. So that's the theme for another video. So let's conclude here now, and thanks for listening to me, and good luck. Thank you.